You're watching Tractor Talk with Gary. Today is Friday, August 22nd, 2025. I am outside of Austin, Minnesota for the Ted and Shirley Hinrich Farm Retirement Sale. And I got to do an interview with one of the auctioneers, Andrew Hamilton. Fascinating interview. We're going to go in that in just a minute. And at the end of the video, we're going to show an interview I got to do with Ted. And so both of those are pretty interesting. This is not going to be a compilation of what the results were from the auction. That's coming the first part of next week. Let's get that out of the way right away. And hope you stay tuned for that. This was an amazing sale. It was a great day for it. Super turnout. And these auctioneers are on top of their game big time.
Guys, I want to thank Gary here with Tractor Talk. He's doing some filming today there, guys. He's on YouTube there if you guys want to follow him. It's Gary at Tractor Talk. Thanks for coming to today's sale, Gary. Appreciate all the publicity you do and the job you do for us, too. Thank you. All right.
We are up outside of Albert Lea, Minnesota today for a nice retirement farm sale. I assume it's a retirement farm sale, isn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, you bet. Yep. Actually, we're right outside of Austin. It's
okay.
The address, but you can see the background right there is Austin, Minnesota. So it's a little funky out here. You get in the country out here about addresses and stuff, but we're only 2 miles west of Austin, Minnesota, on the Ted and Shirley Hinrichs farm retirement sale. Ted and Shirley, they've retired a while ago, and they're just getting around to having their farm sale now. There was maybe some hopes that some of the family maybe would farm or this and that, so Ted just kind of kept his machinery and didn't really need to sell it at that time, but here we are today selling it. So.
And you knew them personally, didn't you?
Yeah. So they were family friends of my mother's side of the family. My mom and her family just grew up down the road here about 4 or 5 miles. So they were active in this community, and my grandpa and Ted have been kind of close friends over the years. And there's a lot of memories and stories, back and forth.
Sure.
So yeah, Ted's been kind of a family friend for many years.
And this is about to pass into history, isn't it?
Yep.
Turning that page.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And that's what we're going to do today, is kind of tell Ted's story and Shirley's their farming career story and how they acquired this stuff, and the maintenance and the upkeep that they had and the stories behind that. That's what's going to get told today, and the results will reflect that, right? And I think they'll have a great sale. So.
And what are we standing in front of right here? It's a 4430, right?
Ted bought it, he didn't buy it new, but he bought it at auction when he got started farming. He's had this tractor, I think, since the early 80s. So it's had a majority of its life. It's kind of been a staple on his farm for it. Here is probably 6 to 8 years ago, he said, he had a little motor issue. He said actually they didn't get the drain plug in the motor like they should. So the motor wasn't going to be right. Instead of overhauling it, they bought a crate motor and put in there. So there's 100 hours on a brand new crate motor, and if you run this tractor, you can.
Wow.
So there's a lot of value there for somebody. It's going to get a nice 4430. Everything works and runs on it. Kind of a lighter duty tractor around the farm. It just kind of did the spray and had a rock pecker on it. That was its chore duties, for the farm. So pretty clean, straight tractor. This is one's kind of sentimental to Ted because he's had it just much.
Well, this one will find a good home. Yeah, I'm confident.
Kind of the one that he kind of built his career around. So
sure.
But yeah, there's some other nice ones. We have a 4440. That's super nice. We sold this to Ted probably about 15, 16 years ago. He needed another tractor, sort of ran a few augers around, and needed another tractor, cultivate, row crop type thing with that. So it's been a good tractor there for him, but just hasn't had it as long as the other one. But super clean, straight tractor. Yeah,
you can tell by looking at it. It's had good care. Yep. It's always been shedded.
Yep.
That's a big thing, isn't it?
That's always and that's a big thing. With Ted, he always kept it in the shed, and that was some of the reason, the driving force of the auction is he had a landlord or person he worked with that had shed space, and that transitioned on to other things, so he lost that storage, so that kind of helped trigger the decision to let's just get rid of our stuff. And he's tired of buying the batteries and everything. I think everything here today has new batteries in it, just outside the vehicles, but I think all the tractors, the combines, the semis, he's all about new batteries and things, just keeping it up and buying it. He wants to people see they get a good product at the end of the day. So.
Speaking of batteries, I recently had to buy a battery for one of my old gas tractors.
Yep.
And it was put in February of '92.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
well, they actually put some lead in the battery back then.
yeah, batteries were. You won't get that now.
Nowadays, you're lucky to get a 5-year.
No, you won't.
deal.
What we got for a combine
We
here,
got a
Andrew?
9650 SDS. Ted bought this. He was a second owner on it. He bought it right here in, from Persinger's here in Austin. Pretty low machine. Towards the end of Ted's farming career, he did a lot of candy crops, so sweet corn and peas and stuff. So he wasn't doing a lot of row crops, even when he was farming. So that's some of the story behind why this is such a low hour late. It's a late model 2003, so it's one of the last years made in the 50 series. But good product here. This is like the jump from the 100 series, the 50 series, or the 10 series. This is like modern technology yet, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's got the roller, all the yield technology, that all come factory. This is the first of the,
Very nice.
And it really hasn't today. I mean, until the twin rotor, this is still kind of common practice in John Deere today, right?
Right.
So I think for those people that are coming from like a 9500 or 7720 and stuff, this is very sought after, being it's low houred. They'll have, auto steer capability and all that kind of stuff, with this. It's got contour master, throw it on it and stuff, capability. So
There'll be some competition for
yeah,
this.
good clean. We've had a lot of calls on that.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, no, I think Ted's got some good quality stuff and he's been good. There's some, we got a stack of paperwork that he's done in town with, kept it all up. He just went through the John Deere dealership the year before he quit or decided to retire farming. So yeah,
That'll be a good point there.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's just kind of been through the shop, and he was never one to chintz on service and stuff like that. He's got the file to prove that.
Uh-huh.
So he was a good customer at John Deere. All that kind of stuff. So yeah, the 4840. He's actually, this was his planting tractor. He planted with the 16-row planter down there. He had the triples he put on it. So it's kind of unique. So he said he bought this off a farm sale about 25 years ago up by Wasika, and he drove it home. And he said it's been nothing but a great tractor. Never really had to do much to it, and these old girls, they just run it.
They're a hoss.
Yeah,
they are.
For that vintage, that's one of the first tractors I bought when I got started farming, and that's back when we used to make a lot of money farming. Right? If that was
Oh, there ever was a time period
maybe,
there?
or at least that's how I felt about it, I guess. So when we got started, this is what we were on. So that's kind of sentimental to me that was my great uncle Earl, who started the auction business in general. That he bought that tractor brand new, and then we bought it from him as he succeeded,
awesome.
Yeah, we used that tractor for 10 years, kind of a staple of our operation. So yeah, these are good old tractors, and
Well, John Deere kind of opened the door for creature comforts with that Soundguard cab. Everybody had to compete with that, and now all the cabs are really nice.
Yep. It's kind of funny how John Deere and like Case IH or whatever went back and forth. They would come out with something and have the advantage for a period of time, and then then the boxcar magnums come back out, the 8000 series. Kind of made the big jump again, and
so competition's a good thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Very good thing.
And it's healthy. We want to, as Americans or whatever, farmers, we want companies to succeed. These times right now are kind of tough. Watch all these companies and stuff kind of struggle, and with like everything else, but hopefully things will get better here sooner than later and turn around. But as far as this economy on our end, on this style of equipment, I feel I've seen an uptick in the prices and not a downtick.
It's turning a page. It is. It's turning around.
We've got more people coming and looking at this stuff. When corn was $5, $6, $7, they were more jumping to the new dealership stuff, but now they're more buying what their needs are and what wants. So we're seeing more action on our 10 to 15-year-old, good, clean, low-hour stuff, and it's the stuff that isn't sitting on every dealer's lot either.
Right.
So we're starting to become that middle layer. Short line dealers and stuff used to have a lot of that. In the ag world, we've kind of eliminated some of those, and so it's kind of filling the void there. So, but there's a lot of good stuff coming to market. We got a sale today. We got a sale tomorrow out in Windham. It's got some nice equipment on that. Matt and Kevin and Adam are out there today, and they're taking care of that. But yeah, there's a 7600 mechanical front. There's some nice clean equipment there. to buy that stuff, you have to go to an auction. Not just saying our auction is about a
Right.
auction to go and participate and get something like that bought. That's, I think, why the auctions are thriving. You know,
Mhm.
And we have our fair share of them, and you know, we have a lot of stuff coming up for our Labor Day auction, which is September 1st. You know, it's a live online auction. There's an online portion of it the day before. It's a 2-day auction. We have three farm retirement ones in the state, but we have 3 lines of equipment in there. A really nice 9670 from Gene Ryland. The Gene Ryland farm retirement line is superior. It's got a 9530 John Deere tractor on there, and you know, it's I think right around 3,000 hours. 9670 a low hour down there, and 8230, so on and so forth. So I mean, there's just a really good lineup. It's my strongest Labor Day sale by probably 20-30%. So
Wow.
lots, you know, number of lots and quality. You know? So we're very blessed that we have a good customer base, and they have been good to us, and
Yes.
hopefully we can perform to the level they want. So
Well, very good, Andrew. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with us, and good luck on the sale. I know it's going to do well. I'm pretty confident.
thanks for coming up.
All right, thanks, Andrew.
My son, grandson, Ben.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Gary.
Yeah, he comes down once in a while and enjoys being around the farm.
Mhm.
And, this is our farm for the last many years.
How many acres you have here, Ted?
Well, we're renting out about 738 acres
Okay.
for us, and our son has his own land, and both our sons are here. They have their own property.
Okay.
So, anyway, we're making a family change.
And they are still actively farm, right?
No, one of them is a banker, and one of them is farming full time.
Okay.
That's his job.
Okay.
So, yeah, we thoroughly enjoy doing what we're doing. We've had a good time, but we're getting older, and that takes the time to.
Sands of time don't wait, do they?
No.
No.
So we're happy. We own a place in town, and when the time is right, we may live there.
Okay.
And we aren't moving off the farm right away, and we've got a nice place here, and we're happy to be here.
So it's a change of pace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is this kind of a sad day for you, seeing all this stuff go? There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into this
Well,
to get to this
it
point.
brings back a lot of memories. And we had good memories about living on the farm here.
It's a good way of life, isn't
It
it?
was good. Like we had, as you went through all the sales, there were little huts for pigs, and border fences for cows, and we had chickens, and geese, and ducks. And
Ducks, huh?
All the things that I had when I was growing up, that I made happen here, so that our kids, this boy's dad and the younger boy, my younger son, grew up so that they experienced 4-H and
How neat.
animals.
How neat.
When they had to have animals to be the 4-H members. So that's why.
This must be the rest of the gang here.
Yeah, these boys are also grandsons. This is Mitch and Alex.
Hi, guys. I'm Gary.
Nice to meet you.
We're having a little interview here about what happens when you farm. So you farm and farm and farm, and you enjoy it, and you get old. That's me.
Well, I rent my farm out, so
Yeah.
I'm not actively farming anymore, but I'm still living on the farm and enjoying every minute of it.
Okay.
So I always say in my videos that life is great. It's even better in the tractor seat.
Oh yeah, we enjoyed it, and over the years we had good prosperity, and we had tough times too.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lesson that we all learned. One time I was asked by a lady at our church if I would be interested in buying her farm, and not knowing what else to say, I said, well, yes. And we didn't have all the money she wanted. That was back when land was about $2,000 an acre. So in order to do it, I had to put a loan on the property, and then along came the 1980s.
Oh,
And It
no.
went bad. So that's another story.
Oh.
But at the same time, my father was giving me property from Martin County, where I grew up, and that was another time. At the same time as I was having trouble here, I got a little help from my family,
Good deal.
and that's a story of farming too.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, I actively started farming as we were coming out of that. And I bought stuff at really ridiculously low prices and got in at a good time.
Yeah.
Some people's misfortune was my good fortune. But well, anyway, Ted, what did you think of the sale today? You had a really good turnout,
I think it turned out fine.
and I think you had some outstanding auctioneers. They're top notch.
And he's the grandson of a good friend of mine in the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
His grandfather was Paul Hears Sr., and he and I were good friends. So
Good.
That made it easy for me to
Oh, yeah.
interact with
Yeah.
Andrew.
Absolutely. I called yesterday and I asked him if it'd be possible to do a little short interview. He was covered up this morning and he still did an interview with me. So that'll be up on my channel too.
Oh, sure.
Well, let me not take up any more of your time. You're going to have a lot of people want to talk to you. I'm going to see if I can make my way down to Lunch Wagon and get a Pepsi
Okay.
before I go. And I'll be putting this up on YouTube probably the first part of the week. So
Got it.
thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.